Today we will be starting structural modeling using module instantiation. So, we will go in detail of module instantiation, how to use module instantiation for doing structural modeling. These are the learning objectives for this class. So, first we will see module instantiation, how the port mapping is done in module instantiation. Then if in module basically we have to connect the ports. So, if there are certain unconnected ports are there, then how to deal those situations. Then there may be a chance there will be ports of different length. So, we will see what is that, how to deal. Then parameter overriding, we will see how we can override the parameter during module instantiation. Finally, we will conclude the class with an example. Okay. So, in previous tutorial classes already we have discussed about this. But in detail we will see again. So, a module can be instantiated within another module. So, basically the design mostly in VLSI design flow we have seen that designs are mostly hierarchical in nature. That means, there will be many modules that can be instantiated in another module to become the system. Okay. So, instantiating the module and creating the overall top module is called as modules instantiation. Okay. That means, the module you are instantiating is now a component of the top module. Top module is the module where you are calling that sub module. Okay. The syntax is like easy means like get level netlist we have done. So, you have to simply call the module instance name and module name, then you can give instance name. So, here instance name is compulsory. Okay. Then port association. So, port associations means connection of the module sub module with the top module is called as port association. So, port association basically done in two ways. One is called named association by declaring the name of the ports, and second is called positional association by declaring the position of the port. Okay. However, associations cannot be mixed, means in a single line of code you can't write both at a time. Okay. In both two different line of code you can use in one line port association, in other named association, that is allowed, but in a single line you can't use both at a time. Okay. So, now port associations may take all this form, like if it is by position you have to give only the port expression name, means which port you are going to map. Okay. And if it is by name, then you have to give the local port name by dot, then port name, then in bracket you can give port names. Okay. So, mostly if so here we can have two concept, like if this is a module, it is being called inside a top module, or this is, you can say below is my sub module. So, while calling you have to give a port. So, let us say this is A and B and this is sum and C. Okay. And again let us say this is NA, this is NB, this is NS and this is NC. So, we want to now do the association of ports. Okay. So, we can call it as that there are something like local port and actual port. Okay. So, ports are the medium, or you can say interfacing terminal through which the design will communicate with external world, or any other design they are in the same system, it will communicate with each other through ports. Okay. So, port may, in the next slide it is there. So, this is ports. So, port can be also declared as input port, output port, or by default it can be input output also. Okay. And ports are by default are where type or net type. So, if it is not required or if you want to use a specific port inside an always or initial block, then you have to define those ports as a register. Okay. So, in that case you have to define it as a register, else ports are by default net type of port, means we have to declare as where. Understood? Now, few examples are here for declaration of ports, like input. So, port can be declared also, like we can declare vectors also. So, So it is 3-bit program counter. Instruction is output type of 8-bit. Next address is, it can be both input output, and it is of 16-bit. Okay. So if you will see in below these instructions, maybe it is used in always. So we can also declare instruction as register if it is required. Okay, understood. So similarly, so wherever it is required, you can additionally declare the same ports which is by default net type, you can declare as register type. Okay. So in out is a special condition which you may find in sequential design, like in latch if you will see, mostly it is a feedback circuit. Okay. So output will be fed back to input, understood. So in that case, what will happen, you may define that output like in out. Okay. So in that case, it can be in out. Okay. So now this is all about ports. So ports can be scalar or it can be vector also, apart from being input, output, or both in out. Okay. So now if this is a module, we are calling this sub module inside a top module. Now we have to do the connection. While calling it, let's say, assume that let's say it is a half adder. So I am calling. So first you have to write down the half adder. So you have to first write down HA, then followed by, let's say, what is the instance name. So you have to write down H1 as the instance name. Then you have to define the port association. That means when you are calling this inside this, that means we want to connect it. That means I want to connect this to this, this to this, and this in outputs to this outputs. That is my main name. Okay. So that it can be used inside it. So this situation may happens in example, in many situation it is there. Typical examples, like you can use it in simulating the test bench form, where the design under test or unit under test has to be instantiated. Okay. And okay, that is one example. So next is, so while calling it, so we have to connect connect the called whatever you are instantiated. So that I can treat as like local module, and I can treat this as actual module. Why actual? Because this will communicate with the external module. Okay. So if this is a design and there are other designs here, let's say assume, then NA will connect here or NB will connect here. So NA and NB will be actually responsible for doing data transmission between other modules present in the same system. Okay. So inside this actual top module, okay, so top module is my module name, here HA is my module name. So inside this actual top module, HA is local module which is responsible for functioning of that module. Okay. So you can say HA is the main architecture beside inside your top module, understood. So in that case, so in other way I can write down like port expression. When you are writing this, these are refers to your actual part. Okay. And here this is local and this is actual, understood. So you can write down like, if it is actual, then in this case I have to write like NA, NB, NS and NC. So this way of defining is called as by position. Okay. So in other way, if you write down the same thing, like let's say another instance H2, so you have to give a dot. So dot port name means here dot local you can write down dot A bracket NA, then comma dot B bracket NB, then comma dot S bracket NS, then comma dot C bracket NC. Okay. So if you are writing in this way, so this is where I have mapped the name of the local with the actual. Okay. So I am associating the name of each local module to actual module. Okay. So this is called as named association. So there are two here, only important things you have to remember how to do the port association. Okay. So if it is clarified and it is done successfully, then structural module is bit easy to understand and write the code. Okay. So now so to make the things easy, I gave a concept of local and actual, but in general you may refer like the actual has to be described only in by position method, and in by name method both has to be described, okay, with proper syntax. So now port expression may have any of these following, like we knew it. So, it may be identifier, it may be net or single bit register, it may be bit select, part select, or you may have concatenation also. So, directly here in between this I can write concatenation also, that is also allowed, and expression only for the inputs. Okay. So, an expression only for the inputs, okay, that example I missed, like I can say like a and like and a. So, if a is there, I can find out the ending each bit of a, let us say a is a vector, then what is the result, that also can be done. But if you are doing this type of situation or examples, then in that case the expression should be only used for input ports. Okay. So, this is this ports expression can be any of this form. Okay. So, these mostly we did, these are the literal keywords used in Verilog terminology. Okay. So, then the summary is that if you are doing positional association, then in that case it is order dependent. So, you have to maintain or you have to do the association of ports in the specified order. So, the specified order means the order is specified during the definition of the module. Okay. So, while defining, let us say in this case half order, I have defined like module A comma B comma S comma C. So, in that order only this will be connected, like this is the thing. So, initially I have defined A. So, A will connect it to N A, then B N B, then S to N S and C to N C. So, while position case your order is you have to maintain it properly. In associated by name case, order is not important, because if you are associating individual modules. So, whether you are writing A dot A N A first or last, it hardly matters. So, this is about module instantiation, this is about ports. So, while doing module instantiation, you can just memorize at least 1-2 rules. So, one rule is while port mapping, the nature of the ports should be same, like if the local ports are input, then actual ports should be input. Okay. So, in this case if you will see, this A is input, B is input, N A is input, N B is input. So, input will be mapped with input only, and this SCR output, and if you will see NS and NCR output. So, output will be, so local in will map with local in, local out will map with local out, understood, and in out is a terminology which can be mapped with either in or either out, understood. So, this rule you have to remember first. Second is the size of the you can say the expression whatever you have defined, that size of that expression should be same. Okay. So, that means while mapping here you see N A is 1 bit, N A is 1 bit, N A is also 1 bit, in particular case all are 1 bit. So, you can't take A as 1 bit and N A as 3 bit. Okay. But there are exceptions, we will see in future slides, but you try to maintain that if A is 4 bit, N S should be at least 4 bit. Okay. So, but for unequal port length also we will discuss, but minimum you have to see that their size should be same, like you can't directly let A is a single bit scalar and B is a vector of 3:0. If you will map it, then you may not get proper results. Okay. So, there may be a situation that I may have C as 4:0. Okay. So, if I am mapping these two, we will see what can be done, but in other case like if A is a single bit and B is a 4 bit, then mapping may not yield a good result to you. Okay. So, these two rule you try to memorize. Then ports we have discussed. Now, coming to one simple example we have already done in lab class. So, half order HA with AB SC are the means input outputs. Then here again you can see the illustration of parameter. So, because in module instantiation parameter overriding is a very interesting topic to discuss, which we will be discussing today. So, that is why they have introduced parameters here. So, AND delay is 1, XOR delay is 1, separated by comma in single line. Okay. So, when you are specifying parameters delay, then you simply use hash with parameter, do not give specific value, else this line is not in use, is unused not useful, okay, then you can do. So, this we discussed already for half adder in previous classes. So, while doing full adder, let us say this is full adder. So, P Q sum C out and also C in this. So, this is my inputs and outputs respectively. So, now what I have done is parameter I have declared as OR delay. So, parameter I have declared as OR delay. So, now OR delay is 1. So, where is C1, S1 and C2? Okay. So, now we need to do connection. So, first I am calling the half adder module name, then with H1 is this one and H2 is this one. So, here this defining is important, okay, because you see there are two half adders and with whom you are connecting which module ports to which other ports, that is bit confusing. So, you have to define individual H1 and H2 for these two module. Then in fast they have written it by position. So, if you will see my locals are A, B, S, C, A, B, S, C. So, these are all local and these are all local, but outside these are all actual. Okay. So, A is connected to actual is P. So, this S transfer here I am writing for actual. So, that is why in order means here order are A, B, S, C. So, A first connected to this A is transfer actual. Okay. So, A connected to P, then in order next B, B is connected to Q, then S is connected to S1 and C is connected to C1. So, order has to be maintained properly while you are doing the positional association. Okay. And in named association order is not that important, but directly you can write a dot A connected to C in dot S. Now, he has taken next dot S. So, dot S is connected to sum, okay. Then dot B is connected to S1 and dot C is connected to C2. So, here order is not that important. Okay. So, now last there is a OR primitive gate. So, directly they have called the OR gate with its parameter defined as OR underscore delay. Then O1 is the instance name and I told always the output is first. So, C out is the first output, then C1, C2 are the respective two inputs. Okay. So, this concludes one simple example. So, this also requires that whenever you are there are two ways, either you first write down the small sub module, then you write the top module. Okay. So, tool will take care of mapping it. Okay. Means it can be like in here it can be like full adder and in sub module half adder will be appeared in tools that you might have seen. So, if you will tell that I will first write down the top module then small module, that is also allowed. In that case there may be a chance a question mark may come here asking for you in tools, specifically in Xilinx tools we saw, you give the HA module name. Okay. So, you can additionally write this. So, either one you write first or last, that does not matter. So, this union of these two mostly happens due to this two line. This is a summary from tool perspective. So, if this two line if I will remove, these two will be different files, FA is different, HA is different. Okay. If I will comment these two line, these are different. If I will write down these two line, so it shows that inside full adder HA is called, then it will become like HA is subset of FA. Okay. So, do not be confused, these two lines are responsible for your behaving like a top module and sub module. So, this is one example. Now, few terminology which are not being discussed till now or we have not done in lab classes. Okay. So, this is the example I kept it here, like if identifier you can take like this as a single bit identifier, bit select, status. If status is a entire big vector, you can take one bit as a bit select. This is actually called part select, this we discussed. This is concatenation, you can put in curly separated by comma, and this is like a vector of 2 bit, you can do AND operation and finally you may get 1 bit. Okay. So, this is the expression example. Okay. But in this case we have written that it should be an input, you can take the input, do the this type of expression evaluation and that should be mapped to an input only. Okay. So, this is not possible to perform expression by for output ports. Okay. So, now the next issue is if there are unconnected ports in the design. So, there may be input unconnected and output unconnected. So, then what to do? Okay. So, if unconnected ports in an instantiations are there, so what we can do, it can be specified by leaving the port expression blank. So, that means earlier we are just mapping like dot q dot qs mean dot q bracket qs. So, you can see a dot q where blank. Okay. So, that means if it is named association, simply you write down dot local, then actual is nowhere connected. So, leave it blank. Okay. So, you can find this is one, this is dot preset, nowhere it is connected. So, bracket with blank, that is for named association. Okay. So, if it is positional association, then simply as we are defining through position. So, between these two comma you have to put one space or one blank. Okay. So, tool will understand that, see why we are doing this. After writing, anyway we are mapping it, associating the input outputs of local into actual. So, finally, after synthesis our main intention is to create a hardware or RTL to gate level netlist. Okay. So, synthesis tool will understand that this is not being connected to anything or any input output port in that module. Okay. So, this is also synthesizable, I have checked it. So, here q bar is not connected, input preset is open, it is not connected. So, now if it is an input port, if it is not connected, then the value will go to or value will become z. This is obvious. So, if input port nothing is connected, so it will behaves like a open circuit or z. Okay. And if output port, if it is not connected, then it will be remain as it is unutilized like open circuit. Understood? So, in both instantiation, if you will see here in this example, q bar and preset are not connected. So, unconnected modules inputs are driven to z, unconnected module outputs are simply unused. Understood? So, this is how it will behave, like see output, if it is unconnected, if it is not connected, obviously it will not propagate the output to further to any other module. Okay. So, then that is not useful, means not useful means we can check it, but if it is input is not connected, there may be a chance that input may be a expression to evaluate another intermediate signal. So, at that time it will be referred as z. So, z, if any other input you can, if it is AND gate you can AND it and corresponding output will be there. Okay. So, input has certain value, but output if it is unconnected, then simply it is unused. Okay. So, now that is one situation. Second situation is if we are associating vectors. I told that scalars we can't associate with vectors, but let us say we are associating vectors and there are vectors which are of unequal port length or the lengths are not equal. Okay. So, two situation we have taken, one is again input, another is again output. Okay. So, port and local ports expressions are of different lengths, what I told. So, in this case what happens, the simple summary is that port matching is performed by unsigned write justification or truncation. Okay. So, that means if both are unequal length, so always you have to do write justification, means up to write you keep on, you placed your, means in order to know, see if you will give this to tool will give you the result, but we should able to understand why the tool give like for this 0 this value is assigned, not this side value. Okay. So, that we should understand. Okay. So, unequal port lengths means or different port lengths means it will be unsigned first and then second mostly it is write justified. So, while write justifying, if some value are unconnected on or left, they will never be assigned with any value from the corresponding you can say identifier. Okay. And sometimes if there are certain extra value, then that will be truncated. Understood? So, we will see one example. So, module let us say test a comma x. So, a is now let us say a is how many bits here? A is 6 bit, right, and a is a input, and now next is x is a output and x is now 3 bit. Okay. So, now this is a small design with small module. So, now in top module we are calling the same thing, where I have taken one where called B, which is of again it is 2 bit. So, where 2 bits. So, it is as it is where it can be both input and output. So, where as it is both input output, it can map with input. Okay. Similarly, if it is where again both input output, so it can map with output. It is not the case like output to output, input to output, that is fixed rule, but where can, as it is both input output, it can map to either input or either output, that is not a problem. Okay. So, now B is 2 bit. So, here you can see B is 2 bit and Y is now how many bits? 5 bit. Okay. So, Y is 5 bit. So, if you will see, I have called that module called test with a instance name of C1, then I am connecting dot A to B and dot X to Y. So, dot local and actual named association. Okay. So, in this case, so A is now 6 bit, B is 2 bit, which is less than 4 bit. So, now while association of A and B, so it is right justified. Okay. So, left 4 bits will be having, means it will be not connected to any subsequent value of B. Okay. So, now if you will see, so B2 is connected or associated with A0, okay, and B1 is associated with A1, understood. As this is an input port, rest all will not be connected or associated with any bit of B, as it is less than that of the A bit vector. Okay. So, as it is input port, so remaining value will have a value of Z, high impedance. It is very easy to understand. Okay. Similarly, if you will see in right side, so X is 3 bit and Y is my these are our output ports. So, X is 3 bit and Y is 5 bit. Again, if I will do right justification, so Y 6 value will map with the 0 value X 0, Y 5 will map with X 1, Y 4 will map with X 2. So, as it is output port, rest 2 will be truncated, means it will be left open, it will never associated with any bit of the X, as there are no X bits further, and it will be remains unutilized, it will remain as it is, understood. Okay. So, that you memorize, like, or remember that unconnected input ports in the module will driven to Z, unconnected output ports are simply unused. Okay. So, simply summary of this slide is right justification or truncation. Okay. This is the case when our port lengths are of different length bit vector, different lengths, well it is a vector data. Okay. Now, next the interesting and important part of your structural analysis is module parameter values. So, we saw that in one example, like Happoder contains 2 parameters and XOR. Okay. So, this we saw here, Happoder contains 2 parameters like and XOR. Okay. Now, in full adder I have one parameter called OR, okay, understood. Second, in first Happoder has 2 parameter, second full adder has 1 parameter OR. Third, in full adder Happoder is called. Okay. So, is there any chance that while calling the full adder I can able to override the parameter value of the sub module, like in this case Happoder, that is now the question. Okay. So, here I have declared 1 and 2, okay, but while using that 1 and 2 is fixed for Happoder, okay, but while using Happoder inside full adder I want a value of 2 and 4. So, how to do it without changing there and writing some structural or module instantiation based construct inside the top module. So, that is the question, understood. So, that is called as overriding of parameters in top modules. Okay. So, this is basically done. So, when a module is instantiated in another module, the higher level module can change the value of the parameters in a lower level module. So, that is possible. So, there is a chance that in higher level module, like let us say I want a inside a full adder 2 Happoders, they should have their own Happoder 1 should have a AND XOR delay of different value and Happoder 2 should have a AND XOR delay of different value, that can be possible. Okay. We can't restrict ki both should be same. Okay. So, it depends upon our application. Okay. So, so in that case there should be some methodology from the top module itself, we should able to, or we can able to override the parameters of the sub module. Okay. So, that is the question now. So, now this is done in two ways, one is called dep param, another is called module instance parameter value assignment. So, now we will go first with dep param. So, dep param syntax is again very simple, def param is a word you have to write. Then here I have written hierarchical, higher means here hierarchical path name 1 is equal to value 1. So, like I will give a hierarchy for the parameter, okay, we will see how. Then I will give equal, after equal to I have to give a value for it, to like I want to, it was earlier 1, I want to make it 4, then I can give 4. Okay. Similarly, you can specify with separated by comma and finally, you put a semicolon. If you want put one line dep param each, then it is also allowed. Okay. So, now we will go with the example. So, now what I have done is module top. So, okay, this I have not written, it is top with NA, NB, NS and NC as my input and outputs respectively. Okay. So, what I have done here is Happadar has two delays, again either you correlate this with the previous example or you do not, we can start from phrase here. So, just simply you remember Happadar has two delay, assume that Happadar whatever I have designed it has two delay, one is called XOR delay, another is called AND delay. Okay. So, now we are mostly dealing with parameter overriding, so we are not bothering about the design. Okay. So, it is a black box. Okay. So, while defining the def param, what I will do? I will do hierarchical path, okay, def param HA1. So, inside top module I am calling one Happadar, here that Happadar syntax name is HA1. HA1 is what? It is not, it is the instance name, not syntax, it is the instance name, understood. So, this hierarchical has to be maintained through the instances name. Okay. So, HA1 is the instance which is called inside the main top module. So, def param HA1 dot inside HA1 I have a XOR delay. Okay. So, HA1 dot XOR delay equal to 5, comma HA1 dot AND delay equal to 2, got it. Okay. So, there may be a chance ki you will tell I am having another HA1. So, you can write down below def param, let us say it not HA1, HA2. Okay. So, you can write down below to here def param HA2 dot XOR delay equal to 10, HA2 AND delay equal to 15. So, you can take like this, understood. So, how many instantiations are there? For each instantiation you can override the parameter by using def param in the top module itself, understood. So, mostly hierarchy in Linux terminology they described it by using dot. Okay. So, like it is something like if it is a submodule is B and submodule is C. So, you can have A dot B dot C. In Linux terminology they used to define like this. So, they have used the same concept here. Okay. So, HA1 dot XOR delay. So, you just mark here one thing that inside HA XOR is directly there, they do not have any intermediate hierarchy. If it would have been some hierarchy, then you have to put it here like A dot B dot C, final is the parameter. So, we will see and different examples. So, now that HA is called with HA1 and connected to NA, NB, NS, NC. So, at the end we are just doing the port mapping to create the top block. See, I told one example is simulation, second example what I remembered just now is in Xilinx or in FPGA there is a term called IP core. Okay. So, mostly what happens companies they create their own intellectual property core which consists of Verilog modules. Okay. So, they do not give you the design, they will give you a black box of the design with input outputs, and many times these designs are configurable. That means, if you are designing a counter, the GUI will ask you how many bits counter you want to design, whether it is 4, 32 bit or 16 bit. Okay. So, depending upon the configuration whatever designer is or user is doing, then Xilinx has a IP core tool. So, in that one counter IP core will be created. Okay. So, that IP core what we used to do, we call it as a module instantiation and make our top module. Now, that top module will connected with other blocks in the system. Okay. One I have given example as one a counter as one example, but another mostly used example is a memory. So, mostly memory when designed in FPGAs, we do not write codes. For simulation purpose we write codes, but mostly what happens, FPGAs has on chip memories, means fabricated on the chip. So, when you are writing a code putting inside an FPGA, so FPGAs different blocks it is having like CLB, configurable logic block, like slices and muxes and flip flops, they configured themselves to create a design. Okay. But in the case of memory, it is found that if you will use a configurable memory there, means taking the slices, if you are creating memory, the efficiency is less. Okay. So, that is why they what they do is they fabricate or the memory on the chip itself. Okay. So, we have to call those memories and use it. Okay. So, those are called IP cores. So, many times IP core is one of the example where you can use structural modeling, okay, or module instantiation. In that case, IP core they do not give internal design, it is a black box, but if you will give appropriate inputs you will get a output. They give designs for CNN also, convolutional neural network. Okay. So, obviously depending upon the design it may be complex, you have to understand the data sheet properly, but they give design. Okay. So, as it is copyright they do not give the internal modules, right. So, similarly this module we can use. Okay. The last is when you are doing DEF-forum, the hierarchical path names of the parameters in a lower level module can be set explicitly. That means, if there are let us say n level hierarchies, till the lower level you can set it from the top module. Okay. So, another example, module parameter, another example I have not concentrated more on the design or connection, rather on the parameters only. So, assume that there is a HA1 HA instance name HA1, HA is the module name, XOR delay and delay. Okay. Similarly another is there, but I have written this code for only for this HA1, you can write further this for this, that has not been done here. Okay. So, in this module if you will see my top 2 is this. So, in top 2 has a input of NP, NQ, NCin and output of NSUM and NCout. So, that is over, input output respectively. Now, I am defining DEF-forum. So, DEF-forum I will go one below, FA1 HA1 dot XOR delay is equal to 2. Okay. So, now there are another level of hierarchy here in this example. Okay. Second is same FA1 HA1 and delay is equal to 2. So, here understood. So, now while defining OR delay, OR is a delay, but OR if you will see it is defined directly under FA, there is no association with HA. So, that is why FA1 dot OR delay directly equal to 3 and semicolon. Okay. So, this is instantiation end module, are you getting the point? So, you have to follow the entire hierarchy from the top till the parameter, wherever the parameter is there in that block. Okay. So, FA1 HA1 XOR, FA1 HA1 AND, but FA1 OR directly. In first case it was HA XOR HA AND, because it was in the same module. In this case we have added another level of hierarchy. So, this is easy only, you have to just simply memorize the syntax. Okay. And order, here order is not matter, because as you are defining through hierarchy, so they are connected through hierarchy, understood. So, if you want write this top or bottom, that does not hardly matters. Okay. So, this is actually one methodology which is called DEF-forum, this one over. Second methodology is called module instance parameter value assignment. That means, you call the module, while calling you override the parameter. Okay. So, that we will see, it is module instance parameter value assignment. So, in this case what happens, the new parameter values are specified during the module instantiation itself. So, we will take example, this example one refer to the similar type of DEF-forum, Example 2 refer to the similar type of depth param example, whatever we did just now. Okay, so see module top 3. So only the top names we have, module names we have changed. Top 3 NA, NB, NS, NC, input output over. Okay, so now what I am telling, while calling the module. So how you used to call? Okay, why how you used to call? While calling the module, what we used to do? We generally do not see this portion. Okay, so this portion generally we do not write. Okay, we write down HA1, then positional order or named association. Okay, so now while calling it, after hash you write down the parameters separated by comma. Okay, so here when I am writing 5 comma 2, so first value of parameter 5 is for XOR and second is for AND. So that means while defining HA you might have declared some parameter. So that order will be maintained here. This is order dependent. This is a new thing, interesting to know, also bit confusing initially. Okay. So while doing this type, depth param is order independent, it can go to any level of hierarchy. While doing this you have to go only one level below, not more than that, because here in half adder module, in the same module below only I called it, means this example is actually referred to this figure. Okay. So here only in half adder that two parameters are there. Okay. So directly 5.2 followed by hash you have to define while calling itself. This portion is extra, till now we have discussed, we have not written in the syntax. Okay. So here you may be confused with after hash, I told many times that we used to put delays. Okay. So that part will conclude while end of this slide. Okay, this slide. Okay. So for the time being, you remember you have to write down HA hash 5 comma 2, then you usual notation of writing the syntax, okay, for module instantiation, and here hash has to be written, it is mandate, and order is dependent. So first we will refer the parameters defined inside HA, second will refer to the parameter defined in the respective HA respectively. Okay. So that I have written here, the first parameter declared in HA and the second parameter declared in HA respectively. Okay. For the second example, refer to this figure. Okay. So what we have done is, we have taken depth param. In this example what I have done, I have taken two depth param and directly dot OR. Okay. Understood. So here if you will see FA dot HA1 dot XOR delay 2, FA1 dot HA1 and delay 3. So this I maintained similar in similar way, because it starts from the FA, it go from HA1 till the below level of parameter. So this is a type of declaration, or depth param is a type of module overriding or parameter overriding, where you can go from the top till the bottom parameter modules and its parameter. Understood. But while going this type of thing, only you will go just one below, and if you will see in case of FA, it is just one below or. Okay. So that is why what they are doing, FA called it hash 3 FA1 and call, instead of writing that, okay, what they have done just below it, and if you will see within the FA they have declared the OR as the only parameter. Okay. So FA hash 3. So here 3 is referred for OR delay. So first two are, there are two level of hierarchy FA, FA1, HA1, then XOR. So in that case you can't use this type of methodology, second methodology can't be used. So that is why in first two they have followed that depth param methodology. Okay. In second, inside FA1 the parameters is declared as OR. Okay. So for that we have to just have the second approach, only just one below hierarchy. Okay. So in that case FA hash 3. So here hash 3 is as only OR parameter is the only parameter. So here 3 will referred as OR delay. The summary from this is, the notation for specifying parameter values appears identical to the delay specified in gate level instantiation. That is, I told many times, either it is assign or gate instantiation, we use use a hash to specify the delay. Okay. But as far as till today we discussed, we have used hash only in data flow modeling or only in gate level modeling to specify the delay. Have you ever used hash for specifying delay in module instantiation? I think no. Okay. So, in the second line it is written no case for this or it is not a concern for module instantiation, because since the delays cannot be specified for a module using hash. So, while defining module we generally do not specify the delay. So, delays are specified internal to the module architecture. Okay. So, there is no medium of specifying module delays during instantiation. Okay. So, that is why do not be confused. So, remember in module instantiation case, after hash whatever you are putting, that is for only overriding of parameters, not delay. Okay. Unlike get level or data flow modeling, in which case it is a delay. Okay. So, this is one. I think last two slides are there. Okay. So, now we have discussed all the parameters concentrating on delays only, but I have told you also that parameters may take a value like sizes, it may represent sizes also, while delay it is only used for simulation. Okay. But while sizes it may use also it is a synthesizable construct. Okay. So, if a vector is 8 bit or 4 bit or 32 bit, it is a synthesizable construct. Okay. So, now what I have done is I have taken another example multiplier operand 1 operand 2 result. Okay. Parameter m is 4 n is 2. Now, input m is to 1. So, 4 bit operand 1 and 2 bit operand 2. Okay. Now, what I will do, I want to do multiplication simply by operator, operand 1 into operand 2, assign result, assign the value to result. So, 4 bit 2 bit, what is my result? 6 bit. Okay. So, that is why it is m plus n is to 1. So, now it is 6 bit. Okay. Now, what I want to do is I will call this multiplier here, and this is the multiplier instance name, and these are the connection. That means, operand 1 is connected to PREG, operand 2 is connected to dbus, and result is connected to some address counter. So, what I have done is PREG again I have taken as 8 bit, dbus I have taken as 6 bit, and if you will say address counter is 14 bit, because what I am doing is I want to, while calling the multiplier, I want to override the parameter size, or I want to override the size parameter of the lower level hierarchy multiplier, design multiplier. Okay. Here it is 4 to 6, here it is 8 plus 6 14. So, it is 8 6 14. So, I have declared the corresponding registers or corresponding nets with the equal amount of vector length. So, as it is 8 6, so PREG is 8, dbus is 6, and again after multiplying it may be m plus n. So, that is why address counter is of 14 bit. So, that you have to take care, simply association is okay, but you have to take care of where and registers also, that size. Okay. So, while they have called, as it is only the one lower module, they have put hash 8 comma 6, that means it is order dependent. So, as here order is m, so now new value of m is now at 8, okay, order na. So, first is m, then second new value of n is 6. So, this while size case you have to you can take it, means you can override by using this second methodology, module parameter instantiation, but at the same time specific to the problem you have to declare the size of the register or nets or wires. Okay. So, last slide, this is a design example for an up down counter. So, where we have taken JK flip flop in T mode. So, all the J and K's are connected to 1, it is a bit complex design. So, up down counter, my clock, counter up and counter down and Q, all are my output. So, Q is again 3 bit and these all are single input bit, S1, S2, S3, S4, S5, S6, S7, S8 all are my signals. Okay. So, this design consists of 3 JK flip flops. So, I have called JK flip flops module 3 times with JK1, JK2, JK3 as the instance name. As it is, I assume that my JK first bit is J. So, JK are all tied to 1 and CK is tied to CLK here, and Q is tied to Q0 and Qn is tied to S1. Understood? Okay. Similarly, in this case J is 1, K is 1, you see it is a positional association. Q is CK is S4, Q is Q1 and Qn is S5. Okay. In JK3 case, J is 1, K is 1, CK is S8, and then you see Q is what? Q2, Qn is unconnected, nowhere connected, so space blank, it is synthesizable. I synthesize this in Xilinx tool, it is successful, means it is successfully synthesized. Okay. So, as it is output, it will never be connected to anywhere. In RTL schematic, you can just simply see that it is unconnected, just as it is lying there. Okay. So, now as AND gates are there, 4 AND gates and 1 OR gate. So, respectively what we have done is, we have taken all output first, followed by all inputs, okay, and we have tried to design this as per the given diagram. So, if it is a structural modeling or gate modeling or switch modeling, you should design, you should have a design with your hand, in your hand, means you have to first design it, design should be there in pen and paper. By seeing this, you have to do the design. Okay. So, this you can do simulation. So, with this we conclude a in detail description of module instantiation. Okay. Next class we will see behavioral level design in detail.